happy Autumnmas, and hello again and welcome back to March Payne's Midlife Dolly Crisis, and happy Autumnmas to everybody. To celebrate the season, I thought I would unbox a doll today, which is a little bit special because she is a Blythe doll. I've got her down here in her shipper box. So she's an older release, so she was still made by Takara, whereas now they're made by the Good Smile Company. I'm going to get her out of this so you can see which one she is. I think the idea is that she's kind of like a winter doll, but for me, she kind of gives me more autumn vibes. Here we go. So, she is called Patty Patch, which is a bit of an odd name. I don't know. Which obviously reminds me of Pumpkin Patch, perhaps. She is from 2018, so she's not that old. I just kind of I liked her stock, I liked her face, I like the fact that she's actually got freckles, and I've never really had a Blythe with freckles before. So I thought that might be a nice contrast for the rest of them. And as I say, I did actually quite like the stock as well. And it seems very autumnal. I like all the colours and everything that she comes with. She also comes with this amazing kind of headdress thing. So I'm really looking forward to photographing her as well. So yeah, please join me as I unbox her. So here we go. Here she is in her box. I don't think we'll linger too much on this because the boxes are pretty kind of like uniform. There's not really much. There's a lot going on, but it's basically the same on all the sides. So we've basically got all these sort of geometric shapes with colours. We've got this kind of frame of pom-poms around there, which is obviously mirroring what her hat or headpiece is going to be. It says Blythe here, it says Patty Patch there. If we have a look on the side, there's nothing, the bottom, nothing, the other side, nothing, and the top doesn't have anything either. On the back here, obviously there's a lot of information, which unfortunately I can't read. She was released in 2018, as I said. Her face type is RBL Renew, and she was a normal release, so she wasn't anniversary or anything like that. She was just a standard release. So without further ado, I'm going to get her open. I'm going to take her off the cardboard and everything, and we'll have a look at all of the stuff that she comes with and the lady herself. So I'll see you in a second. Okay, so here are all the things that she comes with. She wasn't the most difficult one to get out, but let's not kid ourselves. Once these dolls are out of their box, they're not going back in there very easily, and certainly not with everything kind of bagged up and looking perfect again. So once the doll is out and the accessories, that's pretty much it. But yeah, it wasn't the hardest thing. It was okay. I've certainly unboxed worse ones. I think because she didn't come with that many kind of extra bits. So basically, she's got this coat here. She's got boots here. She's got tights. This is the headdress, and then she's got the stand. So we'll have a look at the stand first. It's a nice green colour, and obviously it just clips in like that, and then the doll will just fit on there as they all do. Obviously inside the box, or you know, on the flap of the inside of the box, there's the 4-leaf clover kind of cut out thing or push out thing that you can actually just put over the stand and have it on there. I don't tend to bother with them. So yeah, so it's basically this. You just kind of push it through. It's already got a hole there, so it will go in like that. That will go on there, and then that is kind of like the base of the stand. I guess it's a nice touch. I don't tend to do it. I haven't done it with any of them, to be honest. So that is that. So then we've got some tights. So she'll probably need these because obviously it is getting chillier out. So these are grey, and they've got a kind of like a ribbing effect. There's no fastening, so they should just go up her rubbery legs, hopefully. But yeah, so that is nice. Obviously it's kind of a nice piece on its own as well. It can be mixed with other things. So that is the tights that she's got. We've then got these boots, which are kind of special, I think. So they're kind of, now I don't know what colour you would say that is. Is that blue or is that kind of a purpley colour? To me it's a bit kind of like a blue purple, but I do have issues with blue and purple, so it might be blue to you and it might be purple to me. There's moulded details on them of kind of like the stitching. So we've got like a stitch line here, we've got it around the back as well, on the side and down the bottom around the sole. The sole is a brown colour and we do have grips on the bottom of it. If you have a look. If you have a look there, you might be able to see it. And then obviously, you know, they look really good. They are plastic, but then we've got this bit at the top, which is kind of like a white furry detail, which is just kind of like, I guess, glued on. But it's very cute looking. I do really like these boots. I think they'll be a really good piece. So that is those. We've then got this. So this is a headdress, which basically goes over her head and then it kind of gets tied on. I don't know how easy that's going to be and how well it will stay in. It's very nice. It's obviously like loads of pom-poms attached to this piece of, I think it might be sort of felt, I'm not sure. And then we've got 2 ties attached to that. So the ties and the kind of the base of the headdress is a navy blue. And then obviously we've got all these colours which are, which are all in her dress basically. So we've got oranges, we've got blues, we've got, why did I say blue and point to the green? We've got greens, we've got blue and orange. You know, we've got all the colours there. We've got white as well. And it's kind of nice that the pom-poms are not just sort of like, here's a blue one, here's a white one, here's an orange one. They're kind of mixed on some of them. So they're almost got like a sort of a marble effect. So that is that. And then we've got this. So this is a very cute looking coat. It's kind of like woolly and textured. We've got pockets here which do have an opening on them. They are kind of like sueded. But they're kind of round pockets. So obviously you could put something in them. I'm not sure what, and I'm not sure you get them back out again. But it's kind of like a nice detail to have. The coat obviously is a sort of like, now what colour would you say that was? Sort of a yellowy, sort of mustardy colour. It looks like kind of a natural colour almost. But I guess this is meant to be sort of like sheepskin perhaps. We then at the front got a kind of like a braiding, which has got these sort of little buttons on. So these are sort of tiny little wooden buttons. And underneath this bit of braiding, we've got the press studs. So there's press studs behind each of these little buttons here, which is a nice detail. And then when you open it up, it is lined. So we have a nice sort of silky lining in there, which is good to see. And obviously we've got sleeves. Now I don't know if these sleeves are quite short, so I'm not sure what that will look like with the dress that she has underneath. The way that it hangs, it might not be a problem. It might actually cover her arms, but we'll see, because this is kind of like quite a big shape. So I guess when it's on, it's going to look bigger than her. It's not a form-fitting coat, is what I'm trying to say, basically. So that is the coat. So let's bring on the main event. Here is our girl. So this is Patty Patch. So obviously she's still got some of the plastic on. She doesn't have any plastic on her body, so hopefully this dress hasn't stained her. I think we're okay. I think we're okay. The dress is actually really nice, and I love this sort of shape. So it almost looks like she's got a ribbon at the front here. This is almost, I mean, this is kind of an extra piece which kind of goes over it, but obviously it's kind of stitched on. And it does give it a kind of a nice silhouette, I think, as well. Obviously, I really like these sort of colours and the shapes and everything. In my head, I think I thought the colours are more autumnal, but maybe it's just that they're sort of darker colours with a few bright ones in it that makes me think of autumn more than winter per se. So as I say, she does still have plastic on her. She has these sausage things on her hair, which I kind of always dread removing them. Her fringe does seem a little bit greasy, so I'm presuming the rest of the hair is probably going to be the same way. Before we do that, let's have a look at her face. As I mentioned before, she does have some freckles on. Hopefully you can actually see them and you're not just seeing shine. Obviously check out the pictures at the end. But yeah, so she does have a little splattering of freckles just over her nose there. She has got green eyeshadow, which I think you can probably see, which is good because it does actually go with her colour scheme at least. There is green in there to pick that out with. She's got blusher on her cheeks here, which I would say is a kind of, sort of like a reddy orangey colour. And then on her lips, she's got a sort of a pinky colour, maybe like a salmon pink. Let's have a look at her eye chips while we've got her so close. So I'm going to put her here because this might be a bit easier to see. So this is grey that she has. She got bright green, that is really nice. Put it again. Then we've got a blue. So these are really nice, sort of bright, vibrant blue, which hopefully you can see because I'm looking up at the screen and it doesn't really look like much. But yeah, so they are blue, side facing. We have an orange there. And again, this is another colour that is within her colour scheme. So again, it goes really nicely. And then the last one is the one that we started with, which is a grey colour. I do quite like the grey eyes. I think it's kind of a nice colour to have. So I'm going to remove the plastic from her because she's got it around her head as well. And I'm going to be very brave and pull these off. Actually, let me pull them off now. And you can hold my hand while I'm doing it because I'm thinking it's not going to be great. You can kind of see it. I'm sure it's not great, is it? And again, we've got it on this side as well. So look, I'm going to give her hair a bit of a brush out and then we'll have a look and see if it looks any better. Okay, so here we go. I've given the hair a brush out. It was actually horrible. And there seemed to be a lot of hair coming out as well. I don't know if maybe it's the colour because the colour is such a strong colour. And normally, you know, the colours aren't this bright or vibrant. But there seemed to be a lot of hair coming out. It still feels quite greasy. I mean, I guess she has been in the box since 2018, so maybe it's to be expected that, you know, she might have quite bad box hair, which is kind of what it is, I suppose. So it's quite greasy, and then the ends are kind of dry and greasy at the same time, which is sadly quite similar to my own hair. So yeah, I mean, it will be fine once it's had a wash. I think it'll kind of be okay. It's a centre parted hairstyle, and we've got the fringe. There we go. It's a centre parted hairstyle, and then it's got the fringe there. I don't know if I think there is meant to be like waves in it, but it's kind of difficult to tell at the moment because obviously I've just brushed it out, and it's kind of heavy with kind of greasiness. So yeah, so that is that. So obviously it's kind of, she's a redhead, but it's kind of like almost like a russet red rather than a sort of a gingery red, because obviously I do have a redhead already, which is Cloud9, but her hair is a lot lighter than this. It's kind of a lighter red, whereas this one is quite a sort of a deep, vibrant red. So I've removed the plastic from around her head as well, so that's fine. I'm going to put the stuff on her, put all of her stock and accessories on her, and then we'll have a final look. So here we go. So here she is in all of her gear. So obviously she's got her boots on here. She's got the tights on, which were kind of a bit of a bugger to try and get on because of the rubber legs, but you kind of expect that. So it was sort of okay. Obviously her dress is still on. I forgot to mention she does have a little pair of knickers underneath that as well. So obviously the tights are now covering them. She's got her coat on there, and then she's got this amazing headdress on her head. I don't really know practically in what purpose the headdress serves, apart from that it looks really nice. It's not exactly going to be the warmest for her, especially if she's meant to be sort of like out in the winter frolicking. But I guess she does have the coat on at least. The coat, I'm not really sure if the sleeves of the dress are meant to poke out like this. I mean, I'm presuming they are, because I don't know how you would put it on her without it doing that. And obviously, if you were to do the whole thing up, you wouldn't see the dress at all. You would literally just see these bits kind of coming out of the sleeve there. But yeah, so there we go. So that is her. I am really pleased with her. Obviously, the hair is always going to be an issue with these dolls, and it doesn't seem to be that the Good Smile Company are getting any better with the hair, I don't think. So I suppose it's to be expected, really, that that's just the way that it is. Let me know what you think of it down in the comments below. Let me know if you've got her, or if you're planning on getting any kind of like winter doll in a way. Please like the video if you've enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And also please share the video if you know anyone who really likes Blythes. And I will see you in the next video. So, until the next time, bye!